Hey, what's up, guys and girls? I've got another member interview today. We've got Louise over here, and we're just going to chat about her story and why she loves or hates the gym. Hopefully, it's more love than hate, and find out a bit about who she is. Just a first question for you. Why do you train?
Oh, I don't know if you've ever seen that reel on Instagram where it's this panda, this person in a panda suit, and the question is, why do you train? And it says like, if I don't train, then the panda like throws the computer out the window in the grocery store, kicks someone's trolley over, like, and I feel that's me. I can see myself in that. It's a release for me. But mostly in the hour that I train, I run through so many things in my head. Like I'm solving problems that I'm struggling with at work or personal. I'm going through my to-do list. So it's really kind of a form of meditation, even though you're not like quiet and still.
Like rage meditation.
There we go.
Nice.
There we go.
Sounds good shit. Reminds me of a thing that I thought about telling you once, but I'll tell you now. Is that in the rage meditation kind of comes up? Have you ever thought about that you look like a little bit like Christina Applegate, but it's the African version?
Never.
Well, that's it. So
Okay.
There you go. Now you know. And so now another one I thought about is when you're training here, also we're doing wild things, we're doing deadlifts, clean and jerks, we're running or whatever. How does that impact your daily life having two like very active kids? How do you think that helps you in a day-to-day?
So, to be honest, 5 years ago, let's say 6 years ago, I would rather run in front of oncoming traffic than exercise. 100%, it wasn't me. I wasn't interested, didn't see myself as someone that exercised. And then obviously COVID hit, and then everything went up in the air. And in 2020, I realized, okay, this isn't working so well for me because I've got a 6-month-old baby. I'm struggling. I'm not sleeping well. I'm not like coping at work. I'm not coping with the kids. And then I saw a video about the benefits of exercise and giving you a bit more energy. And that's how I got into exercise. At this stage, I 100% plan my day around my exercise. I will not give it up for anything in the world. And especially with 2 young boys, obviously you try and be strong for them and kind of also show up to say, I can also do this. And, you know I'm not as strong as a man, but that doesn't mean I can't do it. So I'm very intentional with how I engage with my boys to also tell them women are strong in their own ways. Initially, I thought maybe the exercising will make me stronger so that I can play and keep up with them more. I very quickly abandoned that because I also realized that I'll never be able. My boys are just so active and lively and full of energy. I'll never actually give up. I'll keep up with them. But I'll try as much as I possibly can. I think my mindset since last year or the year before started changing in a way of I'm kind of now very focused on future-proofing my body when I get older. So I don't want to be stuck with some kind of ailment later on when I eventually have grandkids and I can't be active with them because I've got pain or so. So yes, it was very much for my kids and myself, but now I'm very much focused on 30 years down the line, I can still do what I want to do. And my body's still strong enough to keep up with whoever I need to keep up with.
Yeah, like a longevity of life.
Exactly.
And bettering your later life.
Is this what middle age feels like?
I don't know, I'm not there yet. I'm way under you. I'm like here.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, let me know. See how it goes. That's a really cool answer. Something that you touched on there was like your prioritizing of your gym in your daily routine. So how do you plan your week? So you're obviously very busy, you've got work, you've got children's activities. How do you plan your week? Is it like, how do you partition that training time? What time do you train in the day? and how does that work for the rest of your day?
Yeah. So normally, luckily, my husband does the morning school drop-offs, so that really helps a lot. So normally we out the door at the same time. So then he goes to drop off the kids, and I come this way. Sometimes it's not when he travels. Obviously, I need to adjust because I don't have that support. But luckily, my work is quite flexible, so I can move things around to accommodate my training in the morning. I have to come in the morning. If I don't come in the morning, you will not see me.
Yeah.
I can guarantee you that. I can tell myself 50 times over, no, I'll come at 3. I will not come at 3
Yeah.
because I'm tired at 3.
So life gets in the way.
Exactly. So at least I know by doing it early, like you say, life, you don't know what's going to happen with your kids later in the day. You don't know what's going to happen with work, emergency, urgent stuff. At least by doing it early in the morning, I know at least I did something for myself for an hour.
Yeah.
I've kind of filled my cup and I'm set for the day.
Awesome. That's very cool. I like that. I think it's important to prioritize ourselves as we grow older. I think, or in my stage of life, when I see people, they fall into a trap of becoming just a mom to their children or just a dad. And I think it's important to remember that we all at one point are just men and women, and we need to look after ourselves first. Like an airplane always say, when the mask pulls down, put on your mask,
Exactly.
then you can help everyone else.
Yeah.
I think lots of people lose sight of that, especially I think when people start families. It's so stressful that people just forget about their body, and it's so hard to try and catch it back 10 years later. If you just do a little bit slowly over time, you'll have so much of a better outcome as you get older. And like we say, muscle density is a super important thing as we get older, but to miss 10 years of an opportunity is so hard.
Yeah.
So I like that you prioritize that in your life, which is really important. Something else I thought about is when we train at the gym, what is your opinion on lifting weights and then how it makes you feel, and do you think it gives you a certain look that is either positive or negative?
Look, it's difficult because I can tell you now, 9 out of 10 times when I come here and I see the workout, I hate it with everything in me. Like, I want to die, I want to get in my car and I want to go home. And normally that's linked to weight training because I think people tend to underestimate their capabilities, and I'm talking about myself. So somewhere in my mind, I still see myself as the person that started out 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That started out with a PVC pipe.
Yeah.
And again, 9 out of 10 times, every time I lift some kind of weight, I'm like, oh snap, that was actually doable. So obviously, again, thinking about 30 years down the line, I've seen like all the videos and all the research about how good weight training is for women, their bone density, all of that. I think there's also a lot of people are worried about how your body transforms with weight training, especially like your shoulders and your arms and whatever. I think for me, that's not a problem because I still eat enough to have that decent layer of fat, fat around it. But I think it's just, again, it's to the point of I'm not as worried about how my body looks. I'm more worried about how I feel when I lift the weights.
Okay.
And the accomplishment of that.
Yeah.
Kind of I'm always surprised that I can do something because my default setting is I won't be able to do it.
So something that I think is important is that in the last, I'd say like, let's call it 3 months, you for sure have had a body transformation of some kind. What do you think that's down to? Have you done anything different in your lifestyle, or can you explain something about that?
So it's difficult because I really enjoy my food. As much as I plan my day around having to come and do an hour of exercise, I also plan my day around what am I going to eat. So I'm already like excited for breakfast. I'm thinking about lunch. I'm like, what am I going to have for a snack? So I enjoy food. And for me, I'm not the kind of person that will be very happy when someone tries and restricts my food intake to a level that I don't want.
Yeah.
So I don't, obviously I'm conscious about what I eat, but don't tell me not to have the chocolate, because then I'll have 5 chocolates just to show you I can. So I'm just conscious about I eat. I know the importance of protein, but then what I've also started taking, and I think more towards the end of last year, more consistently, because I did take it in the past, but it was like a knit one, slip one kind of vibe. I wasn't too sure how I felt about it. End of last year, I started whatever this is called.
Creatine.
Yes.
That's a creatine supplement.
That one. I just know the good flavor, the peach and mango one. So I started taking that more consistently because, again, I saw some kind of research around the benefits of creatine, especially women.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm going into my 40s now. I know everything's going downhill when you look at some kind of graph. Something's going downhill. So started taking that towards the end of last year. Obviously, December was lacquer. Really enjoyed December, and then came back in Jan, more a bit focused.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel like, as much as I might hate a workout, when I get here, I've got the energy to see it through and still give it my best. So to push myself a bit harder, to go a bit faster. So every time I come, I take a scoop in my little water bottle. And I don't know. So people have commented saying like my body's changed. And this is the one consistent thing that I've done differently. So I'm assuming this is it.
It's very interesting, because it is very important to take supplements, but you'll take too much of the wrong stuff. So like a creatine supplement is important for everyone, because our bodies only make so much and we can deal with a lot more. And just really does help us gain muscle mass, which is why you would look different to people, is that you look skinnier because you've gained muscle, but not like grotesque muscle, which is very important.
And I still enjoy my food.
Yeah, and you still enjoy the food. It's important. I think one last question I have for you is, when you came to the gym for the first time, it's been a while, what is your first impression of how we did training and the appeal to you to stay? Because everyone comes, and then why did you stay?
Yeah. So I was at another CrossFit gym before we moved this side and kind of came to give it a try. And I think at the beginning it was like, I think what was different is the energy and the environment. So because I come from CrossFit, they're very like, not strict, but very focused on how you do movements. When are you allowed to scale? Otherwise you can't do it. That, you know, they've got their certain way of coaching. And that's what got me exercising. So that was great for me then. What I liked about coming here was you decide when you push yourself. So you're kind of more in control of, if you want to jump up a weight, you can. Let's try.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go. But it's not forced.
Yeah.
It's not a yes or a no or a black or a white.
Yeah.
So you're very much in control of how you want to do it, obviously with your guidance, in terms of technique, making sure you tick the right boxes. But that was a key thing for me. I wasn't forced to do something in a specific way.
Yeah.
If I didn't feel ready, I didn't feel ready, and we moved on. So that's what I really liked about it. And then obviously over time, when you consistently go to the same slot, you start getting to know the people, getting to know them a bit more personally, their families, their jobs. And it is really, funny enough, I thought about it during the week, especially when my husband's away and he travels. This is the only place that I actually come to every single morning, and I see the same kind of people, and we chat about stuff, and we laugh, and we joke, and we cry together, and we like swear at you underneath our breaths if the workout sucks, or we roll our eyes, or whatever. So it's really, I'm not someone that gets comfortable quickly.
Yeah.
It takes time, but I'm at this point where I'm really comfortable with the people, the style, the environment, and just in general, the energy of.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
very cool. I enjoy that. That's a nice answer. I like it a lot.
He didn't pay me.
Tick box, yeah. Dull hairs.
Yeah.